Okay. All right. Welcome everybody. I'm Maria Cookson, and I wanted to welcome you all to today, or Haelan House's November educational talk. For those who are watching or listening to the replay, we are doing, we have Susan Hall with Destress, Boost Energy and Find Balance for Greater Health and Ease. And I just wanted to say, if you're not familiar with us in Haelan House, we are a nonprofit in Central Oregon whose mission is healing the root cause and effects of trauma, creating health, resilience, and wholeness. And we provide education, tools, resources, and support to the community to learn about trauma and opportunities to heal, and which can be available through holistic and complementary treatments and practitioners in the area. And if you're, or in your region, if you're watching from somewhere other than Central Oregon. And we focus on the 6 areas that can get affected and stuck from having trauma in a life and not resolving it, which are the physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, nutritional, and social. So in these monthly conversations, we want you to know that you are not alone and that there are many modalities and opportunities through practitioners and education for ways to heal and to become whole. So I will pass it on to Cheryl, and she will introduce Susan for us.
Thanks, Maria. Hi, I'm Cheryl Mills. I'm a co-founder and president of Haelan House. And this presentation will address the physical healing of trauma and introduce you to energy healing in the form of energy medicine yoga. This approach combines yoga with energy medicine exercises and techniques to open the heart, still the mind, strengthen, revitalize, and balance energy in the body. Learn more about ways to create and feel greater health and ease through energy medicine yoga. During this hour, you will be guided through gentle movement, easy yet powerful exercises, and breath work. You'll feel more resilient, grounded, energized, and relaxed. Our presenter today is Susan Hall, and Susan uses her acute understanding of the body's energy systems and their impact on health and wellness to assist individuals in recovering their vitality, wholeness, and integrative self. Whether a client wants to feel more vital and free of pain or desire to explore the depths of their own being, Susan will guide them through their own experiences and her knowledge of energetic terrain. It's a combination of her innate gifts and her incredible teachers and training that has given Susan the opportunity to hone her teaching and healing skills into practical, comprehensive applications and tools. A yoga teacher and student for 25 years, Susan guides clients to understand, experience, balance, and direct the flow of energy within the body. Trained in yoga, Eden energy medicine, crystal therapy, neuro-linguistic programming, and transformational energy healing, Susan uses a combination of these modalities to assist her clients in improving their wellness of body, mind, and spirit. Through her own personal healing, Susan has come to realize the transformation and optimal health are achieved first through recognizing one's deepest intention, prayer, and self-limiting beliefs. She collaborates with her clients to shift, balance, and release energetic patterns that limit wholeness and well-being. Susan has a reverence for the wisdom held in each individual and works with her clients to uncover this wisdom. She trusts in the body's natural capacity to heal itself and transform. Susan has always had a curiosity and fascination for the seen and unseen. The veil between what is visible to the eye and what is contained in the inner realms has always felt thin, accessible, and compelling. Thus, she has made it her life's work to bring this connection to others. So welcome, Susan. We're really pleased to have you here today and show us what you do.
Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, Maria. I'm gonna grab, I just realized I don't have my earbuds, so I'm gonna grab those
Okay.
and we'll get going. Okay. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
All right. Okay. Well, thank you and welcome. And I am an energy medicine teacher, yoga teacher, and I'll be leading you through a very gentle practice today. This is a physical practice, but I love that it includes everything mental, emotional, I would even say nutritional, because it feeds the soul. And when we're gathered together, it brings in the social component. So I am just thrilled to be here and thank you for having me. We'll go ahead and get started. So we're going to be doing some standing poses and exercises. And then if you can have a chair close by, we're going to be doing a few things sitting in a chair. So go ahead and get your chair and put it close by you.
All right.
And I'm going to go ahead and stand. If you'd like to continue sitting, we won't be standing up and doing anything standing for a little bit. So you can stay in your chair if you'd like. Otherwise, you can join me standing. And I'd like you to go ahead now and just feel the soles of your feet connecting to the ground underneath you. And we're going to take a moment or two to tune in to how you are in this moment. So tuning into your thoughts, your mind, and just noticing what your thoughts, what direction your thoughts are going. Are you having a busy mind? Are you thinking about something that's going to be happening after this class or something that happened before? And then come into your body and noticing your body. Is there any tension? Can you identify where you're soft and relaxed? Noticing where you're clenching. And then your emotions, tuning into your heart. What are you feeling? What's the quality of your heart today? And together, let's take a deep breath in. And opening your mouth and letting it go. And taking another deep breath in. And opening your mouth and letting it go. And when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes. And we're going to start with something that is called the wake up. So just find your feet, connect to the earth, soft bend in your knees, pull your belly gently towards your spine, let your shoulders fall down your back. You're going to take your middle and index finger and place it on the top of your cheeks. Go ahead and press in, feel your feet connect into the ground, and then gently press into your cheekbones. Breathe in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Tune in and plug in. And when you're ready, you can start tapping gently. Inhaling through the nose. I want you to have nice big breath. This is going to help clear and move energy. Energy likes to have space, and it needs space in order to move. So we want to use the breath to help move the energy. So breathing in through your nose and let it all go. We're going to move down to find the pointy part of your collarbone, and just below the protruding part of your collarbone, there's two indentations. You're going to let your fingers sink into those little hollows. Press in and take a breath. Open your mouth and let it go. And when you're ready, begin tapping. So this is, we're tapping here at the end of our kidney meridian, and it allows us to move the energy forward. So you can imagine floating down with a river rather than trying to swim upstream against a current. So this allows your energy to move forward. Telling your energies, this is go time. And let's move down to our thymus. So just in the middle of your breastbone, your sternum. Go ahead and breathe in and exhale. We're reviving and revitalizing your immunity system, building your and generating your T cells, breathing in and breathing out. And then we're going to come down to about, if you had a bra on, you'd come about down to your bra line, and we're going to find the end point of our spleen meridian and start tapping here. So go ahead and you can move your fingers around. So you'll just notice, tune into your body and notice where you might feel some kind of energetic shift. So you may feel some buzzing, you may feel more energized. So this is the thump that we do for metabolizing our thoughts and our feelings, our emotions, our food. Continue breathing. So I want you to do nice, vigorous breaths through this wake up. Okay, let's go ahead and shake it off. Bring your fingertips to your top of your pubic bone. We're going to pull the energy up your central channel. So pull the energy coming up through your chin, up towards the sky, and then let it release. We're going to do that 2 more times. Pulling the energy up. And exhale. This is creating a resilient biofield or aura. So we want to keep our aura nice and resilient. And then we're going to take your middle finger and place it in your navel. Your other middle finger will come between your third eye. It's between your eyebrows. 3 breaths in, inhaling. And exhale, let it go. 2 more times, inhale. Exhale. Inhaling. And exhaling. Go ahead and shake it off. Going to bring your arms perpendicular to the ground. So palms are facing the ground. Again, feel your feet. Imagine the energy from the earth is drawing up to your arms, to your hands, coming through your hands and coming up your arms and into your body. So just taking a moment to feel the energy of the earth. Grounding yourself and then flipping your palms over to the receptive pose and allowing and receiving. Continue breathing in like nice, long, steady breaths. And then bringing hands to heart center. We're going to open up to one side and reach out towards the side of your body. We're going to do that with the other arm, opening. On the breath, let your breath lead you. And coming back to heart center. Now we're going to do it the other way. So we're going to bring the energy back in. So we're going to reach out and then bring the energy back to heart center, reaching out to the other side and coming back to heart center. 2 more times on each side, reaching and bringing it back to your heart. And coming back to center. Reach up. So you can spread your feet just a little bit wider. We're going to come into a star pose. So reaching up, let your Don't bring your shoulders up. You let your shoulders fall down your back. Feel all four corners of your feet pressing into the earth. Gently bring your belly into your spine. Reach. You can take your gaze towards the sky. Inhaling and exhaling. Bring your hands to heart center. Bend your knees. Let's go ahead and inhale and reach. And exhale, bending your knees. Heart center. One more time. Inhale. And exhale, heart center, bending your knees. We're going to take our arms back up to the sky, and we're going to shift from side to side. So actually, bring your knees. I'm going to let you focus a little bit more down on my lower body. Okay, so we're going to have our arms back up here, and then we're just going to shift from side to side. You want to watch your knee. You want your knee to come over your ankle. And then let's go ahead and include our arms. So bring your arms, and you can circle them towards the back of your room as you move from side to side. Breathe. Nice, long and steady breaths. And coming back to center, let's go ahead and start, take your arms side to side. It's beginning with some gentle twists, opening up your spine, inhaling and exhaling. You can speed this up. If you want to bring a little more heat, you can slow it down. Find the rhythm and pace that works for you. And you're going to slow yourself down. Come back to center. Put your hands on your thighs. Take a breath in. You can close your eyes for a moment. Notice how you're feeling. Let it go. And bringing your hands to heart center. We're going to open up to the side. So pressing one palm towards the sky, one palm towards the ground, stretching your side body. And then you're going to exhale and bring it back to heart center. Inhale to the other side and reach, opening up, stretching, and exhale, coming back to center at your heart. Inhale, open, and exhale. Hands come to your heart. Do this a couple more times on your own rhythm and breath. You can, if you find any spot that feels like you want to just hang out and open and stretch that area, you can pause and hold. Just let this feel good for your body. One more time on each side. And then we're going to just gently roll, bend your knees a lot. We're going to roll towards the ground. Bringing your hands onto your thighs or your shins. If you'd like, you can reach the ground. Bringing as much bend into your knees as you'd like. Let your head be wobbly. And then I'm going to press your feet into the ground. And we're going to make figure eights as you weave back up to a standing. Let your arms come up to the sky. Nice big figure eights. And then hands come back to your side. Okay, let's go ahead and step your feet out just a little bit wider. Bring your hands to your thighs, bending your knees. We're going to inhale, open your collarbone and lift your heart. And exhale, round your back. We're going to take some cat-cows. So inhale, opening up, press your feet into the ground. Exhale, rounding your back, opening up behind your heart. Inhale, opening your heart towards the sky. And exhale, pull your belly in towards your spine and round your back. A couple more times on your own breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, reach, open, lift your heart, and exhale. Okay, so we're still here. So lift your heart, and we're going to take one shoulder over to the opposite knee, opening up your shoulder. And inhale, come back to center, take it to the other side. Coming back to center, we'll take it to each side one more time. And coming back to center, gently rolling back up. Toe heel your feet in together. And so we're going to come onto, you can't see my foot, but I'm going to step back with my foot and come onto the ball of my foot and bring my weight back on the ball of my foot. So you're going to just rock from the ball of your foot towards your toes. So we're going to open up. We have the first point of our kidney meridian is at the ball of your foot. We're going to open up that aperture. It's like an aperture that opens like a camera. I guess people don't really use cameras anymore. Continue breathing. And then you're going to come on to the tops of your toes. So coming on to the tops of your toes and roll your ankle in one direction. So I'm just opening up. It's like I'm trying to activate each toe, open up each toe, and then reverse your direction. Continue breathing. And then I'm going to come back to center, and I'm going to come onto my other foot. Coming onto the ball of my foot, you can just lean back and press, and then come forward onto the tops of onto your toes. And it's a nice toe stretch, as well as opening up that point that allows the energy from the earth to be received. And then come on to the tops of your toes, and we'll take those rolls with your ankle and reversing your direction. And coming back to center, bring your hands onto your thighs, and we're going to make circles with your knees. Breathing in and out, nice long steady breaths, about 4 or 5 times in each direction. So reversing your direction. And hands come up to your hips. Let's go ahead and do some hip rolls. So we're working from the ground up, rooting. Finding those little congested and stuck places. Our hips carry a lot of emotion. They can carry trauma. So we want to release by bringing your focus, your energy of movement to those hip areas and get really stiff. And then bring your hands to your thighs. We're going to bend your knees. Inhale. Exhale, press up and bring one hand to your opposite knee. You don't have to do the bend. You can just, we're going to come up and cross over to your opposite knee. So inhaling and exhaling, bending your knees, coming into your squat. Inhale and exhale. You can make your squat really small if you'd like. You can bring it onto the breath, speed it up a little bit. Crossing over our energies, we're crossing over our right and left brain, our masculine and our feminine energy, our yin and our yang. And we're activating those muscles in our legs. And coming back to center, shake that all off. Bring your hands behind your hips. So my hands are resting just on the base of my spine. Elbows come together as you inhale, lift your heart. Squeeze your elbows together gently. And as you exhale, let your elbows relax. Inhale, lift your heart, elbows squeeze together. and exhale. Inhaling, lifting, and exhale, release. One more time, inhale, opening your heart, and exhale. Let's bring your ears, your shoulders up to your ears. So we'll take a few shoulder rolls. And reversing your direction. Using your breath. Releasing all that tension in your shoulders. And let's go ahead and shake it off. Let's go ahead and straighten your arm, and we're going to reach back, gently twisting. So you can take your gaze with your arm as you reach back towards your back wall in your room, and then bringing it forward. So reaching, allowing, taking your gaze, gently twisting and coming back. Inhaling and exhaling. Now we're going to reverse the direction. So you're going to look back and reach. Feel your feet touching the ground. And let's take that to the other side. Inhaling and reaching towards the back of your room. And reverse. And coming back to center. Bring your right ear to your right shoulder. Opening up your neck. And then let your chin come to your chest, and we'll roll your head over to your other shoulder. Just gently, gentle shoulder rolls, rolling back and forth. It's opening up your neck, your shoulders. And coming back to center. Bring your hands by your side. Feet, bring feet hip width distance apart, so you can just look underneath your knees and make sure your knees are over your ankles. Hands by your side, palms are reaching forward. Feel your feet as you reach towards the sky, inhaling. And then as you exhale, you're going to take one hand over the other and trace the tops of your arms, bringing your elbows to your chest. Inhale, you're going to rake across your chest, squeeze down your torso, down the sides of your legs, coming down to the earth, and come off, pinch off your little toe. We're going to roll up, making figure eights back up towards the sky, and arms come to your side. Inhale, reach, rooting to rise. And exhale, we're going to come down the tops of your arms, bring your elbows to your chest. Take a breath in. Exhale and rake across your chest, squeeze down your torso, down the outsides of your legs, and pinch off your little toe. Press your feet in, bend your knees as you make figure eights, as you come back up towards the sky. And hands come to your sides. Inhale, reach. And exhale, weave in front of you as you make your way down to the earth into a forward fold, bending your knees. We're going to go ahead and pull up like you're weeding a garden, and pull up any feelings that you want to release, anger or irritation, frustration. So we're going to pull that up from the earth, bring it into the palms of your hands and squeeze. We're going to bring your hands by your side up towards the sky. And we're going to open the palms, and with an SH, we're going to release everything to the earth. Coming back down to the earth and gathering any of the feelings that you want to release, bring it into the palm of your hands, make a fist, bring your hands by your side, reach up towards the sky, open your palms and exhale with an SH. One more time. Just going to gather any last things that you want to be released and bring them into palms of your hands. Make a fist, arms by your side, up towards the sky with an SH, let it all go. Come back to standing. Take a moment, close your eyes, notice how you're feeling. That's a really wonderful exercise for really getting the energies moving and flowing and clearing the congestion. Okay. Okay, so find your chair. And go ahead and take your right foot over your left thigh, if that works for you. So we're gonna be coming in and opening up the hips. If this doesn't work for you, just you can hold your leg. And if find your sit bones on your chair, lengthen your spine. This may be enough of a stretch for you. If you'd like to deepen your pose, you can inhale, reach towards the sky, and exhale, fold forward over your leg. Taking some nice, long, steady breaths and allowing your exhale to soften any areas of tension. So if you hold your breath, you're going to contract those muscles. So your breath needs to be strong and steady. You can make little micro movements, opening up the hips. And coming back to center. You're going to take your right hand and place it over the ball of your foot, and your left hand is going to come around your ankle. So I'm going to lift it up here so you can see. So we're going to inhale, you're going to pull your foot towards you. And exhale, release and let your foot relax. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhaling, pulling your foot towards you. And exhale, relax. 1 more time. Inhale, pulling your foot towards you. Exhale, let go. Let your right foot meet your left on the ground. Feel your feet. And we're going to take that to the other side. So your left leg is going to come over, your left ankle is going to come over your right leg. Find your hip stretch. This may be plenty for you. If you'd like to deepen, bring your hands by your side and inhale, reach, lengthen, and exhale, come forward. Nice, long, steady breaths, opening up the hip. Imagining that everything is softening, releasing, moving, opening pathways, noticing the difference from side to side, and come back to center. And now you're going to take your left hand and place it over the ball of your foot, and your right hand is going to come over your ankle. We're going to inhale and pull your foot towards you, and exhale, let it go. And inhale and exhale, release. 1 more time, inhaling and exhaling, release. Bring your sole of your foot to the ground. We're going to make a little tent with our fingertips. Bring your thumb between your eyebrows, and we're going to take 3 deep breaths. Inhaling, feel your feet, and exhale. Breathing in and letting go. 1 more time, inhale. And exhale. Bring your fingertips to the center of your forehead. We're going to pull the energy across, all the way across our crown. So you're going to press in to the center of your forehead with your fingers and you're going to pull. And then we're going to work our way across the top of your heads, opening up, relieving any mental congestion. So press and pull, and press and pull, pressing and pulling, and work all the way back. So this is great for headaches, when you just feel like you need to let your mind relax and you want to clear out. And then bring your hands, grab onto your shoulders, let your elbows come to your chest. Take a breath in and exhale. One more time, inhaling and exhaling. Let your hands come to your heart, placing one hand over the other. Another breath in and letting it go. Reach behind your back, bring your hands. So I'm going to let the palms of my hands rest on my sacrum. And then my fingers are going to find, so that just behind my navel, actually your hands don't have to rest on your sacrum. We'll do that in a moment. But you're going to bring your hands behind your navel and give yourself a little rub. So rubbing, there's a point back here that we're going to open up. You may notice something shifting. It's a really great point. We want to keep it open. And then now you can rest your palms on your sacrum. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, bring your hands over your hips and let your fingertips rest on your pubic bone. Breathe in. And breathe out. Flip your hands back and forth. And then we're going to pull the energy up your central channel, coming up over your throat. And cup your mouth with your hands and breathe in. And a nice big exhale. 2 more times. Inhaling and exhale. Let it go. Inhaling and exhale. Bring your hands to your heart. Take a breath in. Notice how you're feeling. Let your sit bones sink into the chair and let yourself feel supported by the chair as your feet connect to the ground and you bring your awareness into your heart. And bring your hands to your eyes. Let's go ahead and rub your hands together. And cover your eyes. Again, feel your feet, feel the soles of your feet on the ground, and let your seat be supported by the chair underneath you. This is a super calming pose as we move towards finishing the practice, going back into stillness. Bring your hands to your temple. Take a breath in. Exhale, we're going to trace around your ears and let your hands grab onto your shoulders, elbows come together, breathe in. Exhale, hands come to heart. Or do that again. So cover your eyes, breathe in. Breathe out, hands come to your temples. Breathe in, trace around your ears, grab onto your shoulders. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, cover your eyes. Exhale, hands come to your temple and come trace around your ears. Squeeze your shoulders, breathe in. Exhale, hands come to your heart. Let your hands rest here on your heart. Feel your feet, soften your belly. Feel the chair underneath you. Bring hands down to your thighs. Let your hands reach, face the sky. We're going to take just 3 really deep cleansing breaths. It's going to be nice and long and slow. So go ahead and inhale. And breathing out, exhale. So we want to do it that slow. Inhaling. And exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Put your hands, palms of your hands on your thigh, and tune in to your mind. And tuning into your body. Into your heart. Bring your awareness to the beat of your heart. And bringing your hands to heart center. Feel your feet as you ground into the earth. Press your palms and press your thumbs against your heart, centered in the heart. Open your hands and receiving. Hands come back together at your heart. Breathe in. And bow your chin towards your heart. And namaste, and thank you. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you, Susan.
Thank you.
It was wonderful.
Yes, thank you.
Great. I have a question. I kind of clued in when you said trauma in the hips.
Mhm.
And I don't know if you can answer this or not, but you know, my mom has had both of her hips replaced. Is that kind of a natural progression if that trauma isn't released? Is that you may have to have surgery?
Yeah, like I can't say that. What I do know is that we carry trauma in our tissues, and our hips, our shoulders are areas that we tend to carry a lot of the trauma. And so it certainly is helpful. So when you can imagine as we contract, and when trauma is something that our body contracts around, so we become tighter, we start closing in. And so when we allow ourselves to open and use our breath and our other tools, energy medicine tools, to allow our tissues and our muscles to release the fibers, to get in there, release our hips or any other area in our body, like again, our shoulder, our neck. It certainly can't help. And so it's something that we want to keep everything nice and open and as soft as we can, supple. We want to keep the joint, the fluid moving through our joints. And so I can't say that is what caused your mother or anybody else who has hip replacement, but it's certainly, I find that when I can really loosen my hips and work on my neck and those other areas of tension, that it feels a lot better and I have more mobility.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it just feels good to be able to open up like that. And two, she's older and she doesn't, do a lot of stretching or anything like that. So it's really natural for those muscles to just tighten up, I would think, too.
Yeah. Over time, if we don't use the muscles, we want to keep them moving and we want to keep on using the muscles and gentle stretches. So, those hip movements are just wonderful. I mean, it just opens up. We didn't get into the chakras, but it opens up those lower chakras, first, second chakras, especially. And we want to keep the energy moving and flowing through our hips and through those lower chakras. It's really important to keep that energy. Otherwise, we get lots of people have just kind of blocks of energy in those lower centers of our chakras. And so we want to, it's a place of, wow, there's lots going on there, lots and lots going on. So we want to make sure that we attend to those areas and in both energy medicine work and yoga, and we're just stretching, movement, dancing, using our body, as we were when we were kids, we just, we are so free with our body. We use our legs, our hips, our arms, our shoulders, our heads. And as we get older, we become, as we know, stiff and rigid. And, as Cheryl, with your mindfulness practice, when we have, when our mind gets set into patterns, that our body will follow. So we want to have a loose body so that we can have more of a loose mind, more of a flexible mind.
Yeah. And and I imagine too with, a lot of people transitioning to working at a computer all day long, it's just that much more important to get up and move. What would you say is like a minimum amount of time that somebody should just stretch or something every day?
Oh, I think if you could do 5 or 10 minutes, I think that's all you need to do.
Really?
Just mindful. Yeah, I think you can do a very mindful, and you if you can make it a body workout. When we were doing the practice, and I started with the toes, opening up the feet, opening up the toes, and then coming into the knees, and then coming into the hips. So we're working through the whole body. Then you're opening up, you're engaging your core, you're opening up your heart, and then you're getting to the shoulders and the neck. That takes 5 or 10 minutes tops, and you can just keep it down to a minimum. But I think if you think about working with the whole body and opening up, and I like to work in that way from the ground up, I think that's all that you really need to do. An hour, if you have an hour or hour and a half, the luxury of that time, that's great.
Yeah.
But it doesn't take much.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, no, that's thank you, Susan, because that's one, and to like mention that it can be only 5-10 minutes, or if you have something throughout the day or whatever, just to remember to move and stuff. I think like stretching, I like this, it's softer in the breathing. I mean, when they talk about stretching before with some of the exercise or some of that, it always seemed more harsh, or you have to do it, like get this big stretch. But I've learned over time that, just even doing supple and just soft, which is actually probably better for us, but it doesn't have to be a huge big thing, but just have nice movements.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I think people hear yoga and they're like, oh no, they don't want, they feel intimidated. And yeah, yoga is simply, I tell my students all the time, if you just sat and paid attention to your breath, that is yoga. You can do that for a couple of minutes and you can say that you've practiced yoga.
Yeah.
I also want to say that I didn't spend a lot of time talking about the energy medicine exercises that I incorporated into the practice because of the time. But I did go through what we call the 5-minute daily energy routine. I think I covered every exercise that's in that 5-minute routine. So that's another wonderful, if you can bring that to your practice. And again, so maybe you now are at 10 minutes, 12 minutes, but if you can bring some of that, you will balance, you'll find that balance and integration for your body that we all so much need.
Yeah, that's great. And the word balance, just not just balancing your body, but the physical balance can be enhanced with these exercises too. Is that correct? Just being
Absolutely.
able to, just be a little steadier on your feet or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as we know, so typically in an energy medicine class, we'll spend a little bit of time, doing intentional balance work. But absolutely, as we get older, our balance is not as good as it used to be. So it is the only way that we can actually keep our balance is to practice our balance. It doesn't work any other way. And it's a pretty important, just from a physical perspective, it's pretty important that we, as have continue to work on our balance as we move on in our years.
Yeah. That's a really important.
And I always like to bring in the idea of balance into our lives. So again, we have a balance. If we are intentional about our physical balance practice, that we can incorporate that balance into our lives. And so we bring, symmetry and balance not only to our physical bodies, so that we can keep, pain and body issues at bay, but we can also work on that inner balance, which is aligning our center and knowing where our center and our heart is. And so that we're not just constantly going out here and looking for everything, but that we have that balance and centeredness within ourselves, so that we feel at ease and that we bring more peace and ease into our lives. So it all is connected. We know that, we hear that all the time. Mind, body, spirit, but it is connected. So when one does not work without the others. So that's why, the practice of yoga, you can go to a workout class and you can get your good workout, you can get your sweat on and work and do some, which is really important too, strength, and that's all super important. But the yoga element and energy medicine brings in the more mindfulness practice and intentional, like tuning in. I think one of the best gifts that energy medicine has given me in yoga is that I've actually been able to know my body. I think for a lot of us, and especially people who have had trauma, the body is not a very comfortable place to be. The body is painful emotionally, it's painful physically. And so this is sort of a metaphor, but that we kind of leave our body, we kind of like it, because it's just, we don't want to inhabit it. But when we learn how to be in our body and tune in, which yoga and energy medicine a practice can be very helpful with, it's like we realize that our body is actually not our enemy, that it is our best teacher. It is where our wisdom lies. And so we realize that our body is a resource. It's not a place that causes pain, but it takes some work. It is a gentle practice for someone who has been under severe trauma. You want to be gentle. I mean, you don't want to just jump in. So I'm all for the softer approach, but as we learn to reside in the body, it will be really a part of a person's healing and growth, transformation.
Yeah. Maria, did you have any other questions for Susan?
I don't think so. I think just like these were wonderful reminders, and I can see several little pieces that, like, if especially since we're going into the like holiday season and some of this where our stressor levels can be higher, I can definitely see where, like, taking, you know, even a few before you go do something, just besides the breathing, just even some of these movements and openings that you can make in your body so that that stress is not there, or, you know, doesn't stay stuck, kind of a thing. So this was a good reminder. And yeah, I like with the hips, I had mine were a little crunchy and stuff, so it's like, oh, okay. But no, I really liked some of these, and I think anyone can, you know, take a few of these or all of them. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Susan. Do you mind
You're
just
very welcome.
telling the folks where they can get more information? And, you know, you do other things besides energy medicine yoga too, correct? You have classes and you do like one-on-one stuff.
Yeah, so I teach energy medicine yoga on Mondays at 9, and that's on Meetup. And also my website, you can go to my website, which is susanhallenergy.com. You can contact me at susanhallenergy@gmail.com. I'm happy to answer questions. I also have a private energy medicine practice, and I work one-on-one with people, and it's different. We're not doing, I do private yoga classes, but I also, the energy medicine sessions it's more of a treatment. And so you will learn exercises. I send everyone home with exercises. It's an interactive process where you become more accountable for your own healing. And so I like to give lots of self-care that you can take home. But then it's a variety of things, including a little coaching and energy work, and yeah, everything. It's all different. Every session is different, and it would not be yoga. It's not yoga unless you say you want a private yoga class. And I also do breathwork classes and private breathwork, and that's another amazing tool to use for clearing energy. And maybe sometime I can share a breathwork class, because that truly is another amazing way. So I say, you know, as we close, again, if you did nothing but just take some deep breaths. So one of my mantras is to feel your feet. You heard me say this. So feel the soles of your feet, soften your belly, bring your awareness to your heart, and just take some breaths. And, you know, in any situation where you're feeling the stress or anxiety, you know, as you mentioned, Maria, coming into the holidays, but we pretty much just kind of have it all the time in our lives now. So just, you know, you can do just so simple things. It can be very small. I won't go over everything, but rewatch the video and you'll see everything is designed. It's not just everything is designed for various ways to release and to move energy and to open up pathways and benefiting through balance and yeah, creating intention and attention to your own self and your body and your energies.
Great. Thank you, Susan.
Yes, thank
You're
you so
welcome.
much,
Thanks
Susan.
for having me.
It was wonderful.